Okay guys, today we are going to be talking about unlocking your beast mode. We're going to use a technique called anchoring. Now a lot of you may be familiar with the technique of anchoring from the Rugby World Cup. You might have seen a guy called Jonny Wilkinson, if you know him well. He would clasp his hands together like this, bring them down to his waist before making his try kick. So someone would score a try, touching a rugby ball to the ground, for you guys that don't know about rugby. And then he would then score a conversion, which is when you launch the ball between the upright posts. Now, every time he did this in practice, he would only activate that anchor once he'd actually done the kick that cleared the posts. So what this then did is it reinforced a kind of link in his central nervous system, in his brain, that told him that when he clasps his hands together, and when he kind of clears his state and does that, every part of his nervous system is hardwired now to make that kick. So as soon as he does it, doesn't matter how he's feeling throughout the day, instantly his state will change and his body says, right, we're going to hit the ball just right, just like we did every time that we succeeded in practice, and he's going to clear that post. Now you can use exactly the same technique to bring out your beast mode in the gym, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a little anchor. What I'd like you to do is think of a physical sensation, such as, example for me is pulling my earlobe, breathing in through my nostrils. It's something that you wouldn't normally do throughout the day because you don't want to activate your anchor by accident. Okay, so choose something you wouldn't normally do by accident. And then what I'd like you to do is to link an emotion with that. So if you're talking about beast mode, it's normally a situation when you feel super confident, and a situation quite often as well when you felt quite aggressive, when you felt quite angry, but normally a good anger. So when you just won some kind of sporting event, or let's just say you've competed in a race or whatever it is, something that's kind of made you feel fantastic. You might have even won a prize at work, so that's really made you feel, very confident. Whatever it is, I want you to link that physical gesture with those emotions. And how you're going to do it is you're going to picture that scenario. So, prime example, I would imagine the first time I did a 200 kilo deadlift, and I visualised myself being in the gym. It's a very small box in front of me. I can see a little small version of myself getting ready to do that deadlift. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the colours a little bit brighter in that little picture I've got in front of me. I'm going to make the sounds a little bit louder, a little bit more vivid, and bring those out. And it's going to make it, the emotion of that situation, more and more and more intense. I'm going to build it up, make it brighter, make it louder, make it more and more vivid. And the louder and the more vivid and the stronger I can make those emotions, as soon as I've got to a point where I can really feel those emotions, I'm going to step into that imaginary scenario, visualizing what happened before. I'm going to activate my anchor. And I'm going to step out. And all I'm going to do 2-3 times a day, I'm going to repeat that process. So then once I've done that, eventually my brain will become hardwired with doing this and feeling like I'm in that beast mode, feeling like I've just done that 200 kilo deadlift. So all I've got to do, walk into a gym, and when I'm doing my light sets, it's fine. But as soon as I need to activate that beast mode, switch it on, I hit my anchor, and all of a sudden I'm right back there doing my 200 kilo deadlift and I'm ready to kill, okay? So I'd like you guys to try and practice those anchors and really get yourself into that killer mindset when you go into your next workout.